All right, all right. Let me get all this stuff off the screen really quick. Do 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 do. Make sure audio's okay. Audio does look like it's fine. I don't know how many people we got live here. On TikTok we got one person, so I appreciate you being here. Make sure you guys hit that the like button, double tap the screen. I appreciate that quite a bit, quite more than you think. Makes no sense. Yeah, let's open this up. Yeah, so hit the like button, double tap the screen, do whatever you can on Twitch in order to support. Leotis, thank you for being here. Good morning. You can hear me? Perfect. That's what I like to hear. I bit the front of my lip yesterday, and it just the most painful thing in the world. Like when you bite your lip or your tongue, it's like, what the hell? Like your whole face goes into shock. Like if I could record my face as you like bite your lip by accident, it's like you got like shot or something. Yo, good morning. What's going on with crypto today? Um, Not much from what I see. I'm ready for things to make some moves. Obviously, we're all ready for crypto to make huge moves. Luna's looking pretty sad. I think it's looking flat. Not sad because things fall a lot more than what Luna has fallen, right? So I understand, if Lunic looks sad. I can tell you that the interest in Lunic is definitely falling a little bit especially on YouTube, because a lot of the videos that you create for Terra Luna Classic are not getting the same amount of views that they used to, which means it's going to be less Lunic content and more other content for a lot of people, because they pretty much follow the views. Like I try and give people updates and everything, but that's what YouTube's all about. So um, even though you put the only way you can get like any type of Luna content out there, or keep the not the hope alive, but the popularity at the forefront, right, is by basically saying Lunic to $1 or Lunic to 1 penny. The reality of dropping a zero, all of these other things that really involve the price. And I don't want to have to do that. I want to put out more content that's related to updates and what's going to happen with it, rather than just like Terra Luna Classic to $1. But it seems like that's the only thing that will gather the attention, because people want to know about that so much and they want to hear about that so much. So it sucks knowing that that's the only content that will push anything, because a lot of the videos that I've created, I tried to push something different, like more volume coming, that's getting 2,000 views, how to burn, or burning all my Terra Luna Classic or whatever, and that is only getting about 1,000 views. So stable coin, the one where it's talking about how it's really stable, I thought that would be a really good video. Great thumbnail, great title, I like that. But it ended up having 2,400 views. So things are not really looking absolutely perfect for Terra Luna Classic when it comes to popularity on YouTube. Popularity overall, you still have the holders, and you still have people that are I guess holding strong, and you could see that in the price. But I saw that. It was kind of funny. I like the cutoff at the end. That was hilarious. For Crypto King, it was hilarious. But like I said, I have a video here. The only video that got traction for Terra Luna Classic in the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, maybe like a week or two. There's one that says like 50% gain. So like 50% gain next month, that got about 4,500. You had this one where we were talking about securities, and that was obviously a big topic. And then the biggest one that you could see here is, Terra Luna Classic confirmed to $1, whatever, 18,000 views. So obviously that's the only thing that keeps up the push, the only thing that keeps up the volume. So it sucks that that's the only thing, and that's where we have to resort to in order to keep the popularity sort of alive on YouTube. But yeah, it's crazy. But I don't know what we'll do. Maybe this is where you're between a rock and a hard place, right? Because um, did your inner bicep tattoo hurt? This one? Um, no, actually, it didn't. It's actually since there's like a lot of meat and it's not like bone, it's like it didn't hurt at all. Neither did this one. Yeah. No. I would say the ones that hurt the most were probably on the back, the chest, and the elbow. That's probably the worst. Hand was the worst. Yeah, I don't have any on my hand, so I wouldn't know. But I would imagine that hands do hurt because it's just nothing but veins and bones. You're going over bones constantly. So you gotta feel like vibration up your whole entire arm. We still doing burns tomorrow. I'm still doing burns. Whenever Binance is doing a burn, I'm still doing my burn. I'm not pushing it as some sort of big spectacle. I don't want that to happen, but I am doing a burn tomorrow, or not either tomorrow or the next day, whenever Binance decides to do their burns. And also, um, I really don't know what's going to happen with this um, new like burn wallet or burn address that we can send things to, that we're not going to have reminting for. If that's the case, where everybody's just going to send to that address, or if that's just the address only for supposed to be just for Binance, right? So I don't know. Guys, if you could hit the like button, we got 19 likes. We got 54 people here. I do appreciate you guys for being here. Tired of hearing Shiberium. I mean, there's a ton of people that are mentioning Shiberium on Twitter, on YouTube. I mean, that's where the views really are right now, is around Shiberium and what's happening with Shiba Inu. So that's where it seems to get all of the traction. Like anytime I make a Shib video, it seems to be at least 3,000 views. So definitely pushing it higher than what you see with Terra Luna Classic. And like the last video that I made, basically talking about how I'm tired of this one thing. I got about 6,000 views. So, and there's some other things I got a decent amount. Like experts claim Shiba Inu to $10. I got 13,000. So it seems like people really want to know about price predictions, where the prices are going, in my opinion, and others' opinions, and experts' opinions. But yeah, I just want Shiberium to be released already and see the impact that it has or doesn't have, and then we can see, all of these things hopefully go to way higher prices. Thank you for following, by the way. Did you just say vibration? Yes. Yes, I did. Um, when you're getting tattoos, a tattoo gun, goes in and out. If it's hitting your bone, it feels a lot different than just going through regular meat. I haven't gotten a tattoo in a while though. I wanted to get a lot like touched up and redone and all this other stuff. Um, let's see. We'll burn Lunac tomorrow. How much, please? Repeg benefits. So, just having the repegs benefits, I don't know how or what all of the benefits will be, because it really all depends. As we start to see, you know, um, repeg to certain price points. If we can hold certain price points and see that increase to certain levels, are we going to see people that sell and get back to the same place? I mean, a repeg just really gets us back to where we were, the concept to where we were, not the price point. But it's really just re-enabling the concept of where we were before. Richie, thank you for that $50 super chat. Give me a second, and I'll address that in a little bit. Um, but yeah, I think with the repeg, and there are benefits as long as we see all the community on the same page, which I feel like we're going to see. But there's a lot of people that are just in it for the gains, which I can understand. If you are in it for the gains and you see, let's say, USTC up to 10 cents from a level of 2 cents, or up to 20 cents from a level of 2 cents, well, now you're like, all right, well, I can gain a hell of a lot from this USTC if I sell it. Um, so it just all depends how we end up feeling, and how we recover from those points. But I do think a repeg is beneficial. I just think a repeg would be more beneficial if we found a way to get back to previous prices. Because if we're doing a peg to get to a higher peg and a higher peg and a higher peg, rather than a standard peg that we get to, so let's say we find a way to immediately get to $1 for USTC. And then Terra Luna Classic has that ability to, anytime it does repeg, you can find a way to mint more Terra Luna Classic, because there's such little supply. Let's say it's down below 1 billion. Well, then we're back to normal, right? We recovered the chain back to normal, and now we have more security that we can put in place as well. But the way that we're doing it, we don't really have as much security, I would say. And we have a long road in order to get back to the full repeg of $1 from a peg of 1 cent, 2 cents, 5 cents, 10 cents, things like that. But yeah, am I doing a burn tomorrow? It depends if Binance is doing their burn. I'm going to be burning Terra Luna Classic, all of my rewards, which I don't know how much I have. Let me go here. Let me show you guys. Give me a second. Actually, let me bring this down first. I'm just showing my face. What am I doing? What the hell? Oh, there we go. All right. Taking. So I officially have $100 in rewards here. $100 in rewards, which is 394,000. So by tomorrow or the next day, whenever that burn happens, I'm gonna have 400,000 to be able to burn off. That's great, absolutely fantastic. There's no type of hashtag or anything. If you guys want to create one, you can. I'm just gonna be burning with Binance. That's all I'm gonna be doing. Richie's Plain Talk, you did a great video on how to burn. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, I was just trying to do something standard because people were asking me on Patreon, on Twitter, on YouTube, and I was like, why don't I just make a video on how to burn? It's very simple. Wherever you are, you can just send it directly to the burn address. And the good thing is, you have this burn address that a lot of people are sending to, but you also have the upgrade to where a Binance is going to send to the new burn address, whatever that actually is. And I don't know what's going to happen with, like, someone brought up a great question about Lunic Penguins and whether they're going to kind of promote this new burn address or push this new burn address rather than the old one, or what, but I'm not sure. Binance burn will most likely be terribly disappointing. Probably, I don't know. I mean, I feel like it's not going to be disappointing because it's going to be a burn nonetheless. But I do think it will be lower than what we expect, where people are like, I've seen people say Binance is going to burn 30 billion. They're going to burn 40 billion. We're going to get up to 100 billion that we've burned overall. And I'm like, first of all, you can't do math because we're currently at 40 billion. So if we burn 40 billion, it would be 80 billion total. But there's no way that they're burning 40 to 60 billion. That's not how it works. We didn't have that much volume to see that happen, unless all of the volume or most of the volume went outside of Binance Convert, which we don't know about. And either way, I believe they're going to burn 50%, if that. So, yeah. You have to give Shiba devs credit for promoting Shiberium, like a wrestling match. I mean, are they promoting Shiberium like a wrestling match? I feel like wrestling or anything does more advertising than Shiba Inu, or not Shiba Inu, the ecosystem. I feel like any single company, any single business, any single cryptocurrency, anything, even YouTube channels do more promotion than what the ecosystem dev team has done. You know, so I feel like there could be so much more, but the point is that it's so anticipated, highly anticipated, because people are like, well, this is the only option that we have. Without this, what do we really have for burning, right? And honestly, I think Shiba Inu has a lot more in store from the community itself, but we're waiting on this dev team to do something, because technically we look at them as a part of this community, not just a part, but a big part of this community. Not the leaders, but a big part of the community. I don't know how much Repeg will help if we all just keep holding our Lunic. Um, that probably you probably will have more of a benefit if you do have that. But um, as people are seeing benefits in the form of gains and they start to sell, that's where you start to see a negative impact on it. Do you trade crypto to make monthly cash? I don't. I was thinking about it because I haven't day traded in the stock market in a while, and I feel like crypto is more volatile. I just wish I had a better platform. Like I like Weeble's platform because I'm able to break a lot of things down a lot more. Get to a certain point where I can see opportunities and then day trade those opportunities. However, with cryptocurrency, I really don't have that look on really not only like what are the top gainers, but what's moving consistently and what's going to have the biggest impact at a certain period of time. Because most of the impacts that we end up seeing within crypto is at like 4 in the morning. I'm not up at like 4 in the morning. You can see some impact during the day in some positions, but it's kind of like out of the blue. So I do want to day trade crypto. I just haven't found the right strategy that works for me. I have a good strategy in the stock market as long as I can trade, but um, I don't really have the best strategy in the crypto market, at which I'm trying to figure that out. Um, and I'm doing that in off times just to break that down a little bit better, gain more than just like $100, gain like 200 or 300 per day with cryptocurrency. And that's based off of maybe like a $10,000 amount that I'm holding, um, since there's no pattern day trader rules in crypto, you're free to do it as much as you want, really. Unic is trying to move. The only thing you deal with is, some fees associated with it versus no fees in the stock market. Um, I hope everybody doesn't get too disappointed in the Binance burn. And remember, any amount of burn is already super awesome. It is, but it could be way better. The point is that I think for us, we're sitting back on the sidelines and going, you know what? Are we? Let's go. Um, are we doing this the right way? Did we decide to go the right route by believing in Binance's burns and not pushing for them to do a 1.2% burn or a 0.2% burn? Because we could have pushed. We had so much leverage here, and we still have so much leverage. We had so much leverage against Binance to say, look, do the burn or we're boycotting Binance. And we had a lot of people that were on it, a lot of people that got them scared because we were looking to boycott this platform. And they ended up moving to this. They were going to do an opt-in where they were like, all right, we'll get 25% on, or whoever decides to opt in, or if we get 50%, then we will implement the 1.2% burn for all. And then they kind of backtracked and was like, no, because we feel like that's going to happen. So let's just implement some sort of a burn that'll make them happy, right? And a bunch of other people fed into it, and I was pretty much one of the only ones that was like, look, we should not feed into this. They're trying to instead of give us a whole meal, they're just throwing us a bone, right? Um, and that's not what we want. We wanted way more than that, and the community was looking for that. The community obviously voted for a 1.2% burn. So how about you give us the 1.2% burn as well? Community voted for a 0.2% burn. We made it easier on you, and you still don't support the community. So why are we supporting them in such a big way, saying, yeah, Binance is the best, all of this other stuff. They're not. They're another exchange, and they're looking to take control of the overall situation because they know better than the community that's behind this. That's the way they feel, is that they know better. Why burn your rewards? That makes no sense. Take that money and buy a stable coin. People, trust me. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your Terra Luna Classic. I'm not telling people to burn. Nobody has to burn whatever they want. I understand that deflationary positions that decrease their supply tend to have a little bit more value to them in the future, right? You understand how the value can be increased. That's why Binance or BNB does it. Binance does it for BNB. You're seeing Ethereum that's going to be doing it quite a bit. You're seeing Shiba Inu that burns off. Not a hell of a lot, but it does burn off. But any positions that are actually deflationary, any positions that actually decrease their supply, you tend to give yourself so much more value in the end. And it's been proven with like BNB, their ceiling is a lot higher as they're doing their quarterly burns, and they understand that, but they don't want anybody else to benefit off of that. So they're looking to be the biggest benefit off of it. But the largest benefit, or the one that benefited the most, is probably CRO, seeing a 70% burn or 70 billion burn. But I understand where you're coming from. If you feel as though you shouldn't burn your rewards, the point about this is that we need to give up something. I'm not saying that you always give up your rewards. I'm saying that if we give up something, we get something bigger in the end. And this is just a small step. As you do burn off some, that ceiling gets a little bit higher, right? If I burn off 1 million coins, the ceiling for the overall price gets a little bit higher, and not the market cap. The market cap may get a cap of $40 billion, but $40 billion with a 6 trillion supply is a lot more than $40 billion with a 5 trillion supply, right? So as we're decreasing it little by little, even though it's not 1%, 2%, 10%, whatever, we're still increasing the overall ceiling of the price, which means if you're looking for a long-term investment, you're seeing a higher ceiling, a further investment, more cash that you can gain in the end. So you're giving up something to still gain something. It's like when you go to the store, right? You're giving up your dollar to buy whatever you want to buy. Right, you're giving it up really quick to hopefully get something that will satisfy you, by hunger or entertainment or whatever. You're giving up something to gain something in the end. Anyways, I'm way behind on comments, so I'm gonna go ahead and skip forward. I apologize if I skipped a lot of your comments here. I agree with your point also, Matt, on Shiberium, but it keeps trending regardless. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna trend. 100% it's going to trend because people are thinking that that's the only hope. Like if we had something where we did nothing with Terra Luna Classic and then we had a implementation of a burn and that's it, people would push that Terra Luna Classic burn so much because it's the only hope that we really have. For Shiba Inu, it seems like we're really on our last leg here. I believe that Shiba Inu it's going to continue to gain holders even without Shiberium having a larger impact. But people are hopeful, they're crossing their fingers that Shiberium will have a huge impact. What's going on? What's going on, news? 510? How you doing? You crypto leverage, bro? No, I don't. I don't do that. I try and remain with whatever cash I have. I don't go into leverage here. We continue to support them because they are the only ones burning and keeping Lunic relevant. If they wanted, they could delist and move to other projects. Yeah, the problem is that if they delist, they're selling at a loss. They're not going to do that. That's the issue that a lot of people think is they're like, oh, well, Binance could just delist them and get them out of here. No, if they sell the position, they are selling at a loss and they're giving up a very, very large potential for gains and giving it up to others, actually. Because just imagine if they do, let's say they do delist Terra Luna Classic, and all of that volume, because the price goes down to a certain point, you're going to have a lot of people that buy Terra Luna Classic because it has a larger opportunity at these lower points. KuCoin decides to buy up a lot of that opportunity because they see it at a lower price, just like Binance did when it was at the lowest price possible. And now KuCoin is seeing so much success in just Terra Luna Classic, growing by billions of dollars just by this position. And it's only costing them millions of dollars to do it rather than tens or hundreds of millions of dollars to be a part of that. So they won't delist Terra Luna Classic. They spent too much money on Terra Luna Classic in order to do that. And currently it's at a low price. They would gain money either way. But there was a lot of Terra Luna Classic that moved off. And the crazy thing is, even if they do, they can only sell what they own. So whatever's not held in Binance, when they delist it, that's what they can sell, and whatever else will be pushed off the platform. So say if we're holding their supply and we're holding 60% of their supply and they have 40%, or let's make it easy, we're holding 2 trillion of their supply and they have 600 billion that's left. Well, now they only get their money back on 600 billion, but they don't get their money back on the coins that we hold because we're going to be moving that off the platform. So they won't delist it. 100% they won't delist it unless something crazy happened where you're going to see, I don't know, something illegal or something, and then you have the chance to delist it there. But delistings are a loss for a lot of crypto exchanges if they end up doing it there. But yeah, they won't delist it. That's the thing, is we hold all of the leverage here, because if we're holding Terra Luna Classic, the Terra Luna Classic that they spent money on, and we decide to move it off their platform, that's money that they now lose. That's money that's not on their balance sheet. That's where people just don't, like, no offense, but a lot of people just don't understand that we hold all the power. But we're going to them and going, oh yes, thank you Binance, thank you for this, I appreciate you, and you were doing everything you can for the community. They're not. I don't mean to sit here and talk down on Binance, but they're doing it what's best for their business and what's going to keep those holders on there. So they're not even addressing it, even though we could be all agreeing to this burn and seeing it grow a hell of a lot faster. So M. Kriegs, are you talking about Lunic burn? Yeah, wasn't there a proposal to raise it? I don't think anything has changed. They just fixed the wallet for Binance and the upgrade. Sounds scamish. I don't know what sounds scamish. M. Krieg proposal 11 to 43. Am I in that one? 11. Did it pass? 11. Increase the gas fee by 5x. I don't know what's the deal with that. I haven't been heavy on proposals and keeping up with a lot of things that are happening. That was 2 months ago. Why can't KuCoin be a validator and not burn? Wait, why can KuCoin be a validator and not burn? They need boycott in the second largest holder. I mean, the problem is that we're not doing it. We're just going, all right, well, we want to keep the volume. It's the same thing with I don't understand the logic, but I can't change everyone's mind. I can't sit here and go, all right, well, this is the way we should think. I can't sit here and change your mind. I really can't. I can try, but there's going to be a lot of people that resist and go, you know what? Utility is the way. And utility is great. You don't get me wrong. I love utility. I've been saying this for forever, but honestly, utility is not popularity. Uh, and that may not make sense to people because you're like, if you're utilizing it, you have popularity. But in most cases, in a lot of cryptocurrencies, utility is not today's utility. Utility is future utility, which means that we're not providing any type of way to use Terra Luna Classic or any position now. We're doing it for the future. So in a year or two, that's when we create utility. But the crazy thing is, while we have this popularity window, the time for making moves and making things that will affect the overall chain and affect the position in such a positive way, it's now, right? And we don't need utility that's going to happen. Well, we do need it for the future, but we don't need to put all of our eggs into that future basket when we don't know where the popularity will be when we are there. Does that make sense? Binance could self-delegate enough to take our overall governance, thereby take over the chain. What are you talking about? Binance could self-delegate enough to take over our governance, thereby take over the chain. What are you talking about? There's a certain limit on how much you can govern. Like you can't sit here and um, be. You're talking about like actually staking with somebody, but even if you do, isn't there a certain cap on how much you can um, govern? Like 10%, 20% or something. So you can't really take over and um, basically say, "Oh, I'm doing this." Then it shows your hand first of all, and two, it wouldn't really change too much if you can only get up to 20% really voting power. I would say. Um, what is the new burn wallet? 100% of everything is sent to it. So we don't have the new burn address from what I understand. Not yet. Can you please talk about Plu? Not right now. Maybe eventually. I don't know what that is, but I probably could. Um, our crypto rewards bank base and okay. Remind me in a little bit. I just want to catch up because I feel like I keep getting behind because I get into these like uh I don't know, tangents, rants. Guys, if you could hit the like button, we got 176 people here and we got 49 likes. I would love to get to 100 likes. So definitely do that. I'm pretty sure Zardar made a thread about it somewhere. I can't remember on his Twitter to check. Same wallet configured differently. And he's talking about Caspa a lot. Finally, yes, someone knows Caspa. I like Caspa a lot. There we go, M. Kriegs. Making somebody happy in the chat. You guys don't know what you're missing out with Caspa. I don't know because I don't know if I've looked at it. I mean, it sounds familiar, but I don't know if I've looked at it. Maybe I have. Crypto is basically buying some useless code and hoping the price goes up to sell another sucker. I don't think that's the case. I think crypto has been misunderstood a lot because people are trying to kind of apply where we are with crypto the same way they do with businesses, where they're like, what does it do? What is the purpose of it in this world? And everything does need a purpose overall. But in the beginning stages of things and anything that's developed, yes, future value needs a purpose, but current value is just about like being in it, right? Being at the here and now, right? People investing in certain businesses when they were first getting started, they didn't know exactly what they were going to be, but they were planting this seed to be something bigger. You know, Amazon planting this seed, I believe, with books and doing something so much bigger to where now it seems like they control every space. Where if you're looking to buy something, you're like, hey, you know what? I want to buy a hammer. You know, a lot of people are just going to Amazon and buying a hammer rather than going to Lowe's, which is like right down the street, or Home Depot, which is, maybe a mile away. Instead of physically going there and getting a hammer, they'd rather wait, 2 business days, 3 business days to get their hammer. Um, so it's become a little bit weird there, but I mean, that's how the world really works. But the point is that people didn't know what it would be, but they were planting that seed to be that. Um, and people were investing in that, which I know some people that invested really, really early and still hold Amazon to this day. And actually were buying more and more as it was going up, which is really, really interesting. So congratulations to them if they are watching this. You did a great job with the Amazon buy or Amazon find way back in the day. Please make a NFA video on Paul Swap. I'm not sure. So I want to kind of, I don't know. I want to do both. So NFA investing, I'm thinking would be just primarily, I want to make it stock related. But then again, I also don't want to limit this channel to only crypto here, even though I talk about crypto a hell of a lot. I do like to mention other things, but it's about investing. It's about whatever I see fit, whatever fits this channel at the moment. But I don't talk about stocks a lot here, so I want to make that more stock related content so that we have stock coverage, So I'm not sure. I do want to do, but I also have a lot of cryptocurrencies to talk about. So I have like 4 videos that I'm creating over here, and then maybe I should create another video over here, and then a lot of videos on updates and all that other type of stuff. Matt, I bought $84 of the cryptocurrency e-game like 3 months ago. And pumped to $191 earlier. I was wondering if you had any insight on why it rose so much. I mean, I don't know. I could probably definitely check it out. I haven't looked into any positions today. We've just been kind of conversing back and forth. Thank you for following on TikTok. I appreciate it. What is it? E-game? Every game? So currently it's up 61%. That's great. It looks like you're seeing a lot of volume that goes into it. You are seeing basically the total supply that is out there of 8.5 billion, $1 million market cap. That's probably the reason why, is because you're seeing, if you see any little investors that get into it, so you see any opportunities that people get into it, it raises the position by a hell of a lot. You're looking at $1 million that flows through this, which is a $1 million market cap. $2 million is flowing through this with a $1 million market cap. This means that you're seeing more volume than you have of what the project is worth. That's why you're going to see so much movement, because you have so much volume in one direction. Definitely volume up 303%. What's crazy is, like, if this was a lot of buy volume, you would see this up a hell of a lot more than where it is today. But I would imagine you have a lower amount of holders. So 11,400 holders. That's actually higher than I expected. But any type of movement within it, you're going to see a lot of push to it. Did they get launched on KuCoin? Seeing KuCoin that holds 48.5%, Gate.io that holds 20%, another exchange that holds 8%. There's no real red flags here, but it looks like it may have an opportunity, especially being at a $1 million market cap, and then being on, let's see where the overall price has been before. So maybe there was some dilution throughout, which we couldn't really tell. This was released in 2021, so really saw the major hurt that it did have with it, but pushing it down. I don't know if there was any dilution within it and what was being added, but you have 85% of the overall or the max supply that is out there, so it could create an opportunity. This could be a play for some people, to where this goes from a $1 million market cap to a way higher point of, let's say, $100 million market cap. That is a 100x price return. Now, I would expect any type of return from some of these levels. Now, it is up 66%. So wherever you were, stick with what you have. I would definitely say that this has more potential to grow a lot more, and you would have a lot more gains. But the point is that don't expect this to be like $1 billion position. If it is, you're gaining a hell of a lot. That's 1,000x for you. But right now, the way that it's set up, it looks like it could be set up for a lot of volume, as we do see a bullish market in the end, especially not seeing any red flags in the overall position. But you kind of want to, I guess, keep an eye on that. I always like positions that have a lower market cap, but definitely seeing higher volume. But the historical data shows that the volume is typically a lot lower. Seeing it at a 20 or $220,000 volume day, and typically that's what you are seeing is $200,000-300,000 consistently. But just recently or today, you're seeing it at $2 million that's flowing through it. So definitely something to look out for. It looks like it dropped to zero from where it was, the high point. Yeah, it dropped to zero because it had 4 zeros and now it has 3 zeros. So I don't know. Keep an eye out on it. It is at a $1 million market cap. But it's something that could create a larger benefit with a smaller risk, I guess, associated with it. All right, we got 210 people here. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. We're almost at 100 likes. We're at 77 likes. If you guys can hit that like button, please do so. Wait, somebody said something about clickbait? I mean, whatever. I don't think it's clickbait, but thanks for the assistance on the burns. I live north the tunnel. Would like to treat you to a round. Some great courses around here. I mean, I'm always up for golf. It's just if I have time to do it. I don't typically have a ton of time to do it because I'm always, trying to make some content, some videos, and even on the course, I'm always making content. I love doing it. And right now, I'm trying to improve my swing because everybody's like, "Oh, you swing out to in." I'm like, "Yes, I want to swing out to in. I don't want to swing that far out to in, but I do want a fade swing, and it has to start on the left side and then end on the right side in order to have that little bit of fade, or start on the right and end in the middle. But I'm looking for that little bit of a fade and not a push fade, but just an online fade. That's what I want to see. Now we just need that's what she said joke. Sandbox Gala, Mana, are you excited for the future? Or feel something else will replace them? So right now it looks like a lot of AI will replace what we see within the metaverse, and maybe we'll see some sort of a combination between the two. But I do think there's a lot of hype in AI right now. But there's definitely still that hype in the metaverse where people are trying to understand what the metaverse will be, what it will entail, and what use cases it will have, what use cases the overall positions will have. So I'm excited, yes. But a lot of other people are not as excited as they were when the metaverse was really starting to hit. Like, you saw a ton of YouTube videos get 1 million views because they were talking about metaverse positions. I decided not to talk about metaverse positions, just like, well, I kind of did, but not as much as some other people. Same thing with AI. We have a lot of people that gained actually a lot of hype off of different AI positions. Whether it's AGIX that's trending right now, it's up 11.5%. But that's where kind of everybody's head is right now, is more on the AI side of things. Matt, could you please do a Floki breakdown and give your thoughts? I'd like to see you go over the top wallets. But yeah, let's look at Floki. So currently we're seeing this at a price. Sorry, it's been upgraded. Seeing this at a price of 0.00004. Down 3% today. It is at a $427 million market cap. Definitely has some ability to grow with all of the hype that is behind it. You have 45% of the supply out there, which I understand that supply has been burned or added to the dead wallet, right? Which we can definitely go into. So if you're looking at this, you'd be like, all right, well, it has dilution. It's not as much dilution as what you see in some other positions, like some AI positions where they only have like 10% or 20%, or even 5%. And then you have a lot of dilution potential within it. You're looking at this and you're not seeing as much dilution potential. But then again, we also have the idea that if we go into the wallets and understand the holders, we're going to see that the dead wallet holds 42%, which is 4.2 trillion, or is that quadrillion? Sorry, million, million, billion, trillion. So 4.2 trillion. The total amount that they have here is max of 10 trillion. So they do have a burn factor in there that I don't know the detail of. So it could create a little bit more hype and a little bit more push to it as well. It seems like it does get a push whenever you see Elon post about any type of dog related tweet, Doge, Shiba, Floki, right? His own dog, right? It's a big deal. But there's no real issue with any of the top wallets that I see here. I mean, you do have a couple that are in the 1% range that are open wallets, but it's not really a major deal here. I'm still kind of confused as to, since I haven't looked into it heavily, still kind of confused as to what, if it's 10 trillion or if it's 20 trillion that max supply, or if we're just looking at the total supply, which 10 trillion has been officially burned off. I really don't know because it's not in any type of burn wallet. But right now, you're looking at 10 trillion, at which 8.9 is in circulation and 4.2 is removed. So it definitely has the ability to grow with all of the popularity that is behind it, especially when you look at, the community that's behind it. You have a community, if it loads, on Twitter that's pretty massive, seeing 436,000, almost 437,000. So definitely on the popular side of things. And the good thing is getting new listings, new abilities to buy Floki in different areas, create more popularity for the position. But to be honest, it is a meme, not a meme of a meme, but it is um, a meme based off of Elon Musk's dog. So still, it has some potential. It's just you have to kind of open everyone's eyes to all these different opportunities, and I think um, it's not horrible, right? It's not the best position I've ever seen, the most popular position I've ever seen, but definitely has popularity at $52 million that flows through it. So um, you may want to look at this as an opportunity. However, you want to find the right time. Right now, it's down 3%. That's not bad. A lot of people tend to invest in a position when it's up 60%. Now, over the last month, it actually is up a hell of a lot compared to where it was at the lows. And that's because you see ability to buy it, more volume that's flowing through it, all of those different things that increase the price potential as well as the price itself. But you saw this at a low price of 0.000018, which would have been great for you to get it at. It would have been like Shibinu like prices. And now we're seeing this at a higher price than that. However, you have less supply in total. Now, I don't know their burn schedule and how they plan on burning and all of that stuff there. But if it is something that becomes more deflationary, it could increase the price potential as well. So understand that I have had my eye on Floki a little bit. Obviously I have seen, what's his name? I can't think of his name right now. Pro the Doge. I've seen his videos and talking about Floki and everything. And I invested in Floki when I was on Gate.io and I had to move it. So I don't even know where it is or how much if I have anything. It might be on KuCoin actually. I might have something on KuCoin. Let me. My phone's over here. Let me see if I can. It's probably gonna pause it really quick. So let me just see if I can go to KuCoin really quick and just see if I have it over there because I think it might be over here. Assets. Um, No, I don't see anything. Maybe it's in my trading account because I just have Terra Luna Classic over here from what I see here. Uh, maybe it's in my trading wallet. How the hell do I go to that? Back. Okay, got it. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, I do. So I apparently have $100 worth, which is 2.1 million. So apparently that's how much I have. I didn't even know I had that. Huh. Interesting. So, anyways, definitely has an ability to grow a little bit. I haven't put any money in this in a while, um, but moving it from Gate.io over to wait, did I just recently move it? Because it wasn't always on KuCoin, was it? Didn't they just get launched on? How long have they been on KuCoin? It's bothering me that I don't know about this. I must have just recently moved it. I don't know. We got to figure this out. But anyways, I have 2.1 million apparently, which is $100 worth. Um, I know this is a crypto stream, but AMC is cooking. It's cooking right now. Wow. Yeah, it definitely was making a move. It was up to $8.13. Let's see if we can continue to see that. I mean, it was up 22% yesterday, and it's up another 4% today. Um, no, I mean, this is not only a crypto stream. I definitely want to continue, maybe even go on my. Actually, let me go back here because I got to go back to. There we go. Are you guys still here? I'm sorry if I totally forgot about the people that were. I went on my phone and I forgot about the people that were on TikTok. So there we go. Close up and personal. How you doing? Thank you guys for watching. Floki is $1 million market cap. No, Floki is a 400 million dollar market cap. I don't know. Let's check out the history of where Floki was because that has to. I mean, it definitely had a little bit of push to it, and this is what you kind of like to see, right? There's positions that feed off of other positions, right? That like where you'll see Sayatama Inu, right? They're feeding off of Shiba Inu's success because you have that Inu, all the Inus that are created, Buff Doge and different Doges, they're feeding off of Doge as well. And this is kind of a different position because it's not necessarily like feeding off of it. It has a connection in a way, but it's more about its own thing, right? It's more about being its own thing and still having an effect. Anytime you see any type of dog related post, all of these things move, right? Shiba Inu, Doge, Floki, they end up making moves. So I don't know. I'm interested in it. More interested in it than I was before because you're seeing more popularity that's flowing through it. But if we go to like all history and I want to see where the market cap has been, like let's actually look at the last, I don't know, last 3 months. Now we've seen this go from a market cap that was at a $100 million market cap all the way up to a high of a 500 or $600 million market cap. So definitely could have some potential within it. I guess just keep an eye out on it. Maybe we'll mention it and talk about it a couple of times and see what the potential is because I like deflationary positions. So if it is a deflationary position, I'm all about it. I just haven't, uh, you know, dove into the detail of what it's all about. Matt, are you still bullish on farm? Hell yeah, I'm still bullish on farm. I got it when it was at $80. Thanks, man. Yeah, well, right now it's less than that, but I bought it. I bought it at originally bought it at like 120 or 130, then ended up buying more Or no, I profited off of that as that went up to a way higher point. It was like 200 or something, 200, 300. And then I ended up buying some when it was at, um, sorry, I was just reading something. And I ended up buying some of that when it was at about 80 or $90, went up to 280, sold at 275, got a big profit, a total profit of around $9,000, invested more into it. That's realized gain. And right now I'm at a loss in the current amount that I'm holding because I invested 5,000 back, or sorry, 3,000 back into it. No, 1,000 back into it. So realized gain should be $8,000. However, unrealized losses, technically realized gain is $9,000. Unrealized losses here would be um, another 2,000. Yeah, because it's worth about 3,000 here. But I did buy more at $27, at which that is kind of double its price. So yeah, I'm still bullish on farm, 100%. Um, I think it has so much potential, so much growth potential, and it moves so easily with less buyers because you have such a little supply. But yeah, still very, very bullish on farm. Lunic is trying to take off. Let's look at it. Terra Luna Classic. Let's look at the candlesticks. We can't look at a different view. We can only look at day by day. So yeah, from oh yeah, wow, just jumped here. Yeah, it is trying to take off, and now it is positive on the day. It's up about 0.72%. Volume is up by 20%. That's great to see. Love that. I want to see it get up to that $1 billion market cap. Can you please check Caspa? No, Caspa ripping. Is Caspa ripping right now? Caspa. I think for some reason it is up 31%. Phenomenal. Volume up 160%. That is amazing. Um, as a person that sees this from the outside looking in, I would not make an investment in here because it's from the outside looking in. However, if you can see a resistance and you do see the resistance from certain levels, yes, that could be something that gives you a lot of success, especially, seeing it at a, hundreds of millions of dollars of market cap instead of seeing it, at the upper tier. But the point is that yeah, this would be good for maybe a day trade on either side right now, and then maybe long term potential as well. But right now, 160% increase in volume, 34% increase in price. That's just too high of an increase for me to make a move into because it tends to go against you really, really fast when you do that. Well, that changed fast. I don't know what you're talking about. What changed fast? 30 minutes on Lunic Head and Shoulders. Oh, you're looking at the inverse Head and Shoulders. Um, paw. What's my? Someone say something about paw. I don't know if I would look at the right one because there might be multiple paw. Is it just paw or paw here or paw there? Paw here, paw there. Um, can't see anything on TikTok. I really can't. Why do I might put this too far away. That might be it. Jonathan, 1% isn't pumping. I mean, it's starting to move. That's the thing. It's not pumping, but Matt Caspa and Price Discovery, it's past its all-time high. Caspa is a Bitcoin 2.0. It's not pulling back. Caspa is a Bitcoin 2.0. It's not pulling back. Caspa is going 200%. The least on March 4th. I mean, again, if it continues this way, Paul swap, if it continues this way, I'd probably say that I would never make an investment into it because I just don't make an investment into things that are running. I will rather miss the opportunity than make that mistake because even though you You make that investment and it may work one time. Um, if I make that investment every single time, you lose probably 80 to 90% of the time. Yes, ma'am. Trolling must be. For Caspa, is that what you're talking about? Paul swap. Y'all must be the same guy. Don't disagree with his Caspa statement in chat. Oh, you don't disagree? I'm not saying that I disagree either. I'm just saying that I would not make the investment because it goes against my strategy. Uh, you please read what I wrote to you? Thank you. What did you write to me? See something. Yeah, I don't know. Uh, what's going on, Matthew? You're doing a great job. Top of the day to you from Southern California. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Um, guys, again, if you want to hit the like button, please do so. Yeah, you want to check out some of the links down below. We did update all of the links. Thank you, Fire King, if you are here. Thank you for letting me know that my credit card referral links are expired or were expired. So now we have the credit card referral links updated for the Amex Gold card, which I feel like is a great card, as well as the Blue Cash Preferred card, or Blue Cash Everyday card, sorry. I believe those cards are really, really good. I want to start doing more credit card updates again. I'm thinking about doing them on shorts videos or on Twitter, or not on Twitter, on TikTok, because yeah, I was doing a lot of credit card content before, and I do like credit cards. I've just been kind of falling off the radar with that. Killing me with these ads. I played 3 ads throughout this live stream. Typically in a video, every 4 minutes you would have some sort of like 5-second or skippable ad. Luckily it's a skippable ad and not like Twitch to where it's like a full-on ad. On donation? What donation? I don't see any type of donation or chat that you had. Holy aim. I don't see anything that you sent. It only shows 3 chats from you. I was asking you to give me your thoughts on Hyperchain X. Hyperchain X. I think somebody reached out to me when it came to Hyperchain X. I was going to look into it. Sent $20 on PayPal. I don't even have a PayPal. I don't know what you're talking about, but I can look into Hyperchain X. Just give me a second and I'll look into it because I don't even have a PayPal, so I don't know who you sent money to. But well, I do have a PayPal, but it's not public to anybody but my family. Hyperchain X. So yeah, I was going to look into it. I was going to do a review on it. Check your recent donation. Yeah, I don't see any donations here, but either way, I'll have to check something else. But I was gonna do more of an in-depth kind of review on their position, but I wanted to look into it a little bit further. But they reached out to me right before Carl passed away, so I kind of didn't have I didn't respond to all of that afterwards. But yeah, I was gonna do like more of an in-depth look into them, so you reminded me here. But I am gonna do an in-depth look. I would tell you that it's gonna be a very I don't know how to put this, but I'm not gonna dive into it deep here. But currently at a price of 0.003, down about 6%, which could create opportunities. Even though it is down, it could create opportunities here. You are seeing $240,000 worth of volume, which is not a lot of volume at all. You do see the circulating supply 58% of the total supply. You're seeing about $1 billion or a billion coins in total supply, which is not bad. Definitely shows a lot of price potential, especially being at a $1.9 million market cap. But yeah, let's look into the holders really quick and see what the holders look like really fast. We're going to see 39% that's in an open wallet, which needs explanation before you would dive into that. 6% that's also in an open wallet, 5% that's in an open wallet. You have 2.8% that's in a dead wallet. That may be used for something else, but we got to figure out what it's used for and see the sniff score and everything like that. But yeah, like I said, if I talk to them and we do like a more in-depth thing, I will break things down a lot more, and do a full review on how I feel about the position and if it has any type of opportunity associated with it. Um, but yeah, that's what I can give right now. I don't want to sit here and be like, oh, this is a great position, and it ends up not being, um, a great position. So I want to make sure I do some research into it. Um, yeah, and do a full review on things. If I'm gonna do a full review, I want to make sure I break everything down, as a whole, right? Um, so, anyways, I haven't gone through the entire market yet. I haven't talked to or going through this entire thing. I was gonna go through Paul Swap. Give me a second. Um, So currently the market is down, or it's actually flat today. We're seeing Bitcoin dominance at 42.28 percent. That's great to see. I want to see a decrease. Obviously, I would like Ethereum to take over. Everything's at a comfortable spot to where it's kind of flat today. It's not like increasing a hell of a lot. You can see some things that are making some moves, but some things that are also falling down. Shiba Inu's down by 2%. Tron is up by 1%. Polkadot's down by 2%. Solana's down by 2%. So we're seeing things that are up, that are down, that are left, that are right. And it's just more of like a consolidating day for most. For some, a little bit more, but for most, it's more consolidating. Um, I would like to see Internet Computer at a lower price to maybe make a move into this position. I thought it does have some opportunity. Um, but yeah, let's look at Paul Swap really quick, because some people want me to do that. Oh, I got an update that I have to do on my computer. I bought Hyper before I put money into it. I say I should take Matthew's thoughts because you mean a lot to us. Anyways, thank you for everything you do. You did a lot to us. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. And if you're making investments, it's always great to get a second or third opinion or even fourth opinion. I'm not saying that that should sway exactly the way you think, but it should add another thought to your research that you do into the project. So if I want to invest in a Paul Swap, let's say I'm like, oh, hey, um, Paul Swap looks great. I'm like, um, you should look into this or something like that, right? This is hypothetical, so don't use this as like some form of advertisement. Um, and then somebody else is like, oh, well, maybe you should look into this because the circulating supply doesn't look great, or the holders don't look great, things like that. So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this before I look back at the comments. Currently, Paul Swap is at 0.0000002853. Market cap, I would imagine, is really low. We're seeing million, billion, trillion, quadrillion, 1 quadrillion coins. That's a lot of coins and a lot of zeros that is there. You're seeing a fully diluted market cap of 28 million. And then obviously we don't know how much is added into overall circulating supply. Currently, you're seeing $8 million that flows through this. How many markets is it available on? Available on a decent amount of markets. Shiba Swap, L Bank, Gate.io. You would like to see a lot more, but with the amount that's here, you would expect to see even more volume. It's good to see 4 million and actually, or sorry, 8 million, and 4 or 5 million of that flows through DEX volume. Fantastic to see that, because that means that you have a lot of opportunity for, you want to put a tax or you want to do something to improve or add value to the overall chain or project, then you could do that. So that's a good thing. Let's look at the holders within this position. You have 4,683 holders within it. If you want to see this, you're looking at Uh, team finance lock. You're locking up 32% of the overall supply that is there. 5% flows through gate.io. 1%. That's not horrible in the breakdown here. I never like a team finance lock. I never like a locked up amount because eventually that becomes unlocked and creates a lot of dilution. Never really like that unless you're an investor before the lock happens. Because then, if you're an investor before the lock happens, it's at a low price. Then, when the lock happens, you have a rise in the price potential. Then the lock it unlocks, and you're able to profit whatever you wanted to profit at whatever that peak actually was. So that's a little bit difficult to take in there, but it is at more early stages than what I've seen. Again, a $28.7 million market cap. You're seeing $8 million in volume. Historical data, we've seen this in the last couple of days hover around multiple millions. But then before that, we're seeing hundreds of thousands. Maybe some days it's in the millions as well, which could be days that it really picks up. So I don't know, could create opportunity for people, but still is a more of a risk play, and it's not something that you want to put all your eggs into that basket. You know, it's on Streamlabs, not PayPal. My bad. Okay, so it must have gone directly through. Um, I think. Oh, yeah, you did. Sorry about that. I don't know where that flows through. To tell you the truth, if it goes to PayPal or not, I don't know what I linked to this. I don't even know if I did link anything to it. Um, but I do appreciate you following first of all, and then also tipping $20. Um, so yeah, I appreciate that a lot. But like I said, I'm gonna probably do more of an in-depth review on it if it does have, um, and then uh, run the I'm gonna run the review maybe well by my checker, see what I think about it. But I want to be as honest, as transparent as possible within a position. Um, yeah. So IG more of a risk. Come on. Guys, Caspa is one that makes millionaires. I mean, maybe. Seems like the way that we're mentioning it, the same people are mentioning it, doesn't seem like that's going to be the case for a lot. But maybe you can make some money from it. I guess we have to wait until 2024 for the fireworks to start. Probably not. I think we're going to see some movement in 2023. Um, the voluntary Lunic burn, 1st of March. Are we doing this as a particular time of the day? Um, you could do a burn whenever you feel that you should do the burn. Throughout the day, we want to see the overall burn rate obviously increase a hell of a lot. Not just with the Binance burn, but also adding in a lot of the other burns associated with it as well. Again, I'm going to be burning 400,000 just because I feel as though it's necessary. Um, and yes, I would love to capture more Terra Luna Classic and keep my Terra Luna Classic, and that's what everybody's thinking. But I just want to be a part of a bigger picture here. Burning some of my Lunic, do as much as I can for the community. And some people were like, "Hey, if you want to burn your Terra Luna Classic, just burn all of it." And I'm like, "That's not the point that I'm trying to make. People don't need to give up everything that they own in order to gain something because you'll gain nothing if you give up everything. However, if you give up something, if everybody gives up something, it turns into a bigger picture item here, a lot higher of a price potential. Yeah, we got 250 people here, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to pick a time that this Windows update happens. It's not like I'm going to Windows 11. For some reason, this computer doesn't let me do that. This is what I like about this live stream. A lot of coins come up to study. Yeah, I mean, we always look at different stuff here so that I kind of let you know if it does have any type of potential, but then you also give your opinion. People in the chat give their opinion, and it just creates a better environment than just talking about one position. Even though we are heavy on Terra Luna Classic and Shiba Inu, um, we want to talk about multiple positions. Zelda 2.0. I can't wait for that launch. People were telling me like, hey, what is Zelda Inu gonna, or what is Zelda 2.0 going to do? Sorry, I keep doing that. Zelda 2.0 going to do? Are we gonna see more success within it? I do believe we will. It looks like um, they have great marketing that's behind it. I can't wait until the actual launch date to see what happens there, how many people get into it with the community that they had already and the community that they're building up. It's going to be so much bigger than what people think, and it's about the investor. It's about the everyday investor. If you guys want to find a way to take any type of profit, you take your profit. If you see success in the long term gains, you're going to see success in the long term gains, especially with all of the exchanges that are coming on. It's going to create more and more value, more and more hype behind it, more and more belief, just so much more for this overall position, this overall community. It already had 8,000 people, or even more than that, that are, or way more than that, that are believers in this. And to see that many people being a part of this at launch, right? Not just like where it launched before, where you saw, a couple thousand people that were interested in it, that saw the launch and they were like, yeah, you know what, let me be a part of this. This is moving quite a bit. This is going to include the original, like all of the people that are invested in Zelda, people that want to be a part of this overall launch, and then new people that want to come on. So it's definitely going to be something a lot bigger. When is members only? We can go to members only right now. It's not a bad idea. Last day for MetaMonkey AI NFTs on OpenSea. Great. How to buy Zelda 2.0. So Zelda 2.0 is not, the information is not released yet on when you'll be able to buy it, or when you'll be able to join the pre-sale that's there. But it's not available right now. So you're mainly just building up the interest for it and when that's going to happen. And whenever the date is released, I will release the information. I'll put out a video, and I will try and do as much as I can for the overall community, um, to continue to build more and more hype around this, and what it does. Like, I understand the concept behind it, and I am a huge fan of animals, if you don't know. Um, and I would love for all animals to have a home. I know it's tough because some people just mistreat animals, and some people feel like they they took on too much, and you know they leave them stranded, they leave them by themselves. You know what, we want to help out those animals. The rescues that are saving these animals don't have the funding, and Zelda 2.0 um, gives you that ability um, to fund these places and help out these animals. um, and that's what I love to see. So it's a bigger picture item than just the gains. Obviously, it's going to be big for seeing gains, but it's a bigger picture item than that. Um, are you investing into Doge Chain? Not at the moment. I haven't invested into Doge Chain, or will be investing into Doge Chain. I don't really like things that have like those play on words, like play on memes, I guess. They're looking to meme from the popular position. So people that use Bitcoin in their overall position, or use Bitcoin as like, oh, this is the next Bitcoin or something like that. All right, it's probably not. Um, but you know, for people, or for different positions that are like, hey, this is, I don't know, whatever it is, Doge something, Doge chain, or buff Doge, or mini Doge, or even baby Doge. Even though that may have some opportunities for gains, it's just not something for me. Thank you for becoming a member, Rowan. Hopefully, I'm saying your name right. Thank you for saying. Thank you for saying. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it. I've been researching Zen crypto, and I'm intrigued. I've heard a lot about that. I haven't researched it, but I've heard about it. People have mentioned it to me, and I've heard multiple people say it. Not the same person, but multiple people. Um, Thanks for the welcomes. Yeah, no problem. Some people are right. Lunic is going a bit. Some people are right. Lunic is going a bit. Yeah, Lunic is was making a little bit of a move, if that's what you're getting at. It's up about 1.7%. So instead of being up, yeah, it's back up to a level. I mean, it seems to be hovering around that same level of 16 to 17, right? Maybe to 18, but it does resist from 18 and pulls back to 17. So yeah, we're seeing the volume up by 41%. Fantastic. We're seeing, and maybe it's because of the hype, the news, right? Where the upgrade, you have what's going to happen today. It's not really like a major upgrade or a major change, but it's something that benefits the community. So it's definitely a big thing. Is anyone worried that the SEC chairman said that every single crypto is a security except Bitcoin? I mean, no, I'm not worried. I mean, they're always trying to fight different cryptocurrencies and be in control of what they're investing into, right? I feel like with the government, they're always behind. They're always behind the eight ball here to where it's like um they invest in only what they saw in the beginning, only what they understand. Maybe they understand Bitcoin and that's it. They don't understand anything else that's happening in crypto at all. So they invest into Bitcoin because they want Bitcoin to be kind of the main character here and to always be that main character, when in reality Bitcoin has been losing dominance for years now, right? So, seeing a lot of things that are coming up that are making a change, that are doing something bigger in the form of use case, takes away from Bitcoin's dominance, which also exposes the fact that it does not have a use case, in my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion. So, um, I feel like that's where they're headed. It's like we invested in Bitcoin, so everything else sucks. Kind of type of thing. Same thing that they've done with anything else that came up that's new. Oh, we don't understand the internet, so we're not going to be a part of this, but we're going to be involved in the base layer of the internet. Invest into these business that are in the base layer of the internet, and not invest into these bigger positions or bigger companies. Anything that's new, they don't like because they don't understand. I bet the U.S. Government massively accumulates Bitcoin and is going to use it to peg to the dollar, probably. And they're trying to pump up maybe the value or keep the dominance there so that they can. Yeah, that's probably a good strategy. I would think that they would make their own cryptocurrency and then peg to the U.S. dollar, and then they would be able to back it um, with our reserves and the unlimited money printer that we do have. um, so yeah, that's what I was thinking that they would do, but not necessarily. I've been getting a lot of calls from mortgage companies because I've been looking to do like work on the house, so to take out like a HELOC or something. And once I applied for that, it's like so many different companies now have my information and they're just calling me. So I'm like telling everybody, take me off your list. I don't want to be on your list. I found an option. I don't want to be on your list. Even if I didn't find an option, I don't want to be on your list because I don't want a random company calling me and going, "Hey, um, we can get you a HELOC or whatever." And I'm like, "Oh, it sounds interesting and everything," but then it ends up being a scam. Like I'm not doing that and giving all my information to somebody that just randomly called me, not somebody that I called. Right? So if I'm going to look to do it, I'm calling the company and um getting whatever loan or whatever thing that I wanted to do out of that. So um, we'll see. I don't want to obviously don't want to refinance because refinancing is ridiculous. Um, the rates are way too high. USDC, and they made a joke. They were like, "Oh, well, maybe refinancing is an option." I was like, "Are you joking or are you dumb?" USDC is under fire. I don't think it's a good repeg. Why poke the bear? Yeah, I mean, why not poke the bear, right? We've done it. The human race has historically done it. We always poke the bear in every scenario. I saw, and this is kind of thank you for becoming a member. First of all, Sebastian, I didn't even welcome you. Thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it a lot. Um, but I saw a video on TikTok where this guy was just there was a and like he was by like a lake or something like that, and an alligator was literally like you can see him under the water, just ready for him to get close enough so he can grab him. Um, and he continued to get close. He got closer and closer, and you could see the scary face of this alligator or crocodile. I don't know what it is, um, but I'd have pulled out a shotgun or something. Got scary, man. I don't want to get chased by one of those things. And that's the first thing I think about whenever I play golf. I'm like in Florida or South Carolina or something. I'm like, stay away from the waters. I don't care. Stay away from the waters. I feel like they're gonna jump up and just snatch you, and it's not gonna happen to me. I'll tell you that. If I hit a ball near the water or in the water, I'm dropping uh, 17 club lengths into the middle of the fairway because there's no way in hell that I'm getting near that water. No way in hell. Um, Anyways, thank you for becoming a member. AA, this is that. Wait, this that. Thank you for becoming a member. Wow, we're getting some members today. Mike, thank you for becoming a member. I appreciate it quite a bit. Um, Bitcoin is too big to stop, and other countries have adopted it, forcing them to keep the U.S. as the world currency. Um, I don't think it's going to fail. I would never say that Bitcoin's going to fail. I just think that other things are going to be probably adopted in a better way, a better or have a better use case and cost less in order to have no conversion rate. You literally just uh, if you wanted to convert from uh, a dollar to Bitcoin or have Bitcoin in order to purchase, all you have to do is make sure you have Bitcoin in every single country or have whatever cryptocurrency in every single country, XRP, and then you can buy whatever you want to buy because everything's going to be used. We don't know what that currency is going to be. It could be Bitcoin. It could be something else. Um, Look at all these new folks. Yeah, a lot of people. Can you give 3 tips on how to grow my portfolio? Uh, Sometimes I feel like I'm stuck, not daring to make a sell. So yeah, I understand exactly where you're coming from. Growing your portfolio is is tough in these down markets. If you're not falling, that's a success in a lot of these negative markets. But if we are in more of a bullish momentum or even flat markets, you should be finding ways to make money. Now, there's different scenarios to where if you are more of a long-term investor or a swing trader, long-term swing trader, I would say, um, then it's something where you're not going to see these gains for a longer period of time. So if you're investing into some of these plays like Terra Luna Classic that has a lot of potential, you may see some smaller gains that you don't want to take profit on. But the point is that the way to grow your portfolio is to find some of these plays that you can take profit on. And you should be taking profit on every single investment, no matter what it is, even if you're dipping your toe in the water, right? Because if you're looking at a $300 investment and you end up gaining $100 on it, you're like, all right, well, I gained $100. Should I do something with it? Well, if you're questioning that, maybe you should. Even if it does end up increasing afterwards, you still gained $100 out of it, and now you have $100 more. And you have to be willing to take that profit. That's the what a lot of people get stuck is they just don't take profit. They just see the gains and they're like, oh, I'm up this much. I'll just let it run. It's like you got to have a strategy at some point. And for me, I'm always looking for the level to where I can gain 100% of what my investment is. Um, then I can take my initial investment and leave the rest in there to where I'm not taking profit per se on that. But what I am doing is taking the money that I originally invested and now able to invest it into another position. And even if that position does come back, it's not going to come back to zero. I'm still in a profit no matter what. So then as I do invest that other investment that I had, maybe I'll put it into multiple places. Now I can look for the same thing to where I'm gaining my profit. And if I can gain the 3x return, I can take a little bit of profit as well as just the gain. So you got to figure out how to take profit and figure out your strategy for you because everybody's different. For me, I like to get to 2x return. For other people, they may like to get to 20%. So did Luna 2 lose its value? I don't know. I haven't checked it. I mean, it's currently at a dollar 74. We've seen this at a high. What was the high point that it was at $20. I ended up taking profit on Luna 2. I can't remember where it was. I think it was closer to that. Um, and but right now it's at a $391 million market cap. So definitely at a lower point than where it was previous to this. It's just not seeing as much success as we see with Terra Luna Classic. Terra Luna Classic being at about $1 billion market cap and Terra 2.0 being at a $400 million market cap. So yes, sort of did. I guess Matt will not be dipping his toe in Gator Inu. Absolutely not. Not dipping anything near that. Not happening. Even if they are small, 100%. Profits are key. Hey Matthew. Hey chat. How is money making today? Um, Pretty good. I haven't done anything short term. But things are starting to look up for some things. Like Terra Luna Classic is making a little bit of a move. It's up about 1 or 2%. But the overall market, is sort of flat to down. We're seeing things that are falling by 1%. Bitcoin's dominance again is about flat, but you can see Ethereum's down by 1%, Bitcoin's down by 1%. So I look at that 1% range as being like flat. Anything more than that, when it gets to 2%, then you start to get into the more negative movement. But it is looking pretty bloody for a lot of things in the crypto market right now. Um, so it's not really much money making, but money making opportunities. When you see lower prices or it fall to lower prices and decreases, you see opportunities. Um, did you hear about Smart Stake? That they're not a validator anymore? Yes, if that's the case, or what am I supposed to hear about them? Um, Not too small as you have to consider the tax take. Yes. Um, eh, Even if you consider the tax take, it's only a percentage on what you're gaining. It's not. It doesn't matter how small the investment is. So if you invest and gain $50 out of it, um, you're still going to have that. Yeah, you're still going to have that tax on whatever the realized gain is. If you're taking a realized gain, if you're not taking any realized gain and you literally just take your overall profit out of it, or not profit, your original investment out of it, you're not technically taking any profit. All the profit is still um, unrealized. So that's where it gets interesting, is that a lot of your plays that you're investing into, you may buy something at $200 and you gain 400, or you gain another $200 out of it. You only take $200 out. Technically, you're only taking your original investment. That's the way you can report it, which means that all of your unrealized gains eventually they end up turning into more long term if you play it long term. So if I invest $10,000 into a position and it gains me $100,000 and I take my $10,000 out, technically I'm only taking my original investment. So all of that's still sitting in there. Um, and it's not a realized gain yet. And when it is a realized gain, then you can take your profit, or then you can report it for taxes. But again, until they have a form specifically for that, which I hope that the whole tax system kind of changes, and we get to a point to where I would gladly accept a consumption tax. to not have taxes at the end of the year, to have taxes during, on the things that I'm buying. That would increase the price of a lot of the things that we are buying, creating some sort of inflation, if that's the way a lot of people would think about it, a natural inflation that's there. Um, so yeah, I think that would be good, and it would be a way of forcing people to pay taxes. But on people that spend less or spend money on nothing, they're not paying any taxes on those things. So if you're not buying water, if you're not buying a lot of different things like headphones and cameras and all this stuff, you're not seeing that increased tax that you would have a consumption tax on that product because you're not spending on that product. So it's kind of a way for frugal people to not pay taxes, I guess. But most people are spending the money. I sold a little bit. Uh, I've got money to invest, but crypto is just too flat at the moment. Uh, got to get my March here. March. I hear you. Even though it is flat, when you see negative days like this sort of creates opportunity. Find what's falling the most, what's trending. I want to find the best opportunity, because what I've done in the past in stocks is I find things that are moving a hell of a lot. And when you find those things that are moving within that day, you can see on in some of the more popular times of the day that things do move quite a bit and come back to earth. Basically, I use the different resistance levels, support levels, the indicators as a form of resistance or support, in order to kind of like that get back to earth, or I don't know how else to put it, back to normal level. So if it's pulling away hard from the 15 moving average or the 200 EMA, I know that we're going to see that push back to it, whether it's a little bit and we find a way for the 200 EMA to come back to the price, or catch up to the price. But either way, we're going to see it find a way to bounce back, and give me some sort of gain that is there. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta go get myself like a quick breakfast. I might come back and actually do a stock stream, because I feel like we're seeing AMC make some moves. I would love to see AMC continue to run. So maybe I'll do like a stock stream and talk about different stocks. On either this channel or on the NFA channel. If you guys want to go and maybe I should do it on the NFA channel. You guys want to go and check out the NFA channel? Let me go and see if I have. You go on here and bring it up. NFA. See. You guys aren't subscribed to that channel, feel free to go and subscribe there. Right now we're at 16,000 subscribers, and I would love to grow that a lot more. So here we've talked about cryptocurrency. I want to talk about a lot of stock related content, do some stock related shorts as well, and just kind of um, you know put things off into different areas, different categories, and different places there. So what is the buy button news, Rev? Wait, we have buy button news? Hold up. Matthew, what was your take on the buy button news? I mean, it was great. It was great to see. I don't know if we have any new news since what you had on your stream. Um, is there something new, a new video that I haven't seen? Let me know. Is there something new that I don't know? Because I will watch a video and see what the new news is, if there is some. I don't really have a lot, so I'll probably watch it while I eat like some breakfast. I'll make me a bacon, egg, and cheese bagel, and then come back for like some stocks or something. No, you let me know on Discord or Patreon or whatever you can reach out to me on. Twitter is probably even better. Nothing new, just what we talked about on my stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, my take on it is definitely that I'm happy about it. The fact that March could be a time where they look into it, and this could be easily done by either the L1 task force or um, also TFL. Sorry, I was reading something. But yeah, definitely some news that I'm excited about. Again, if you guys want to go and subscribe to NFA, the NFA investing channel, feel free to go in and invest. Feel free to go and subscribe to that. Be a part of it over there. And I would love to grow this to a lot more subscribers as well. But let's take it day by day. Talk about stocks over here, and just get a lot of information not only on crypto but also on stocks and maybe some other things as we look through other channels and stuff. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you all of the members, the new members. Thank you for all the people that sent super chats, including the $20 over on Streamlabs, which I don't know how to access, but I do appreciate it. I appreciate any super chats or any tips that come through. Anybody that's watching, members, moderators, all of that. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you so much for watching.